In 2017, India began building its first high-speed rail line. The plan was straightforward: 508 kilometers between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, Japanese Shinkansen technology, trains running at 320 kilometers per hour, cutting a 7-hour journey down to under 2. Completion date: December 2023. That deadline came and went. So did the next one. The first section will now open in August 2027, and the full line no earlier than 2029. 6 years late. The cost has climbed from 1.08 lakh crore rupees to nearly 1.98 lakh crore rupees, from roughly $13 billion to $24 billion, an increase of 83%. The engineering was never the problem. Japan had built this technology for 60 years. The problem was something far more ordinary and far harder to solve. India could not get the land. To understand the project, you need to understand what Indian rail travel actually looks like. Please take a moment to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. India has the 4th largest rail network on Earth, carrying millions of passengers every day. But it is a network built for volume, not speed. Most long-distance trains average between 50 and 60 kilometers per hour. The Mumbai to Ahmedabad journey, connecting India's financial capital to the largest city of its most industrialized state, takes around 7 hours by conventional express train. Those two cities anchor one of the most economically productive corridors in the country. Between them sits Surat, the global center of diamond cutting, and Vadodara and Bharuch, major chemical and manufacturing hubs. Moving people quickly between them has real economic value. A high-speed line would cut that 7-hour trip to 1 hour and 58 minutes, with 12 stations along the route. It would put Ahmedabad within commuting distance of Mumbai. The same transformation Japan saw when the Tokyo-Osaka Shinkansen opened in 1964. And China saw across dozens of city pairs after 2008. By the 2010s, China had built tens of thousands of kilometers of high-speed rail. India had none. This corridor was meant to be the first, a template for the routes planned after it. India did not attempt to build this alone. The project is being delivered with Japan, using Shinkansen technology, and financed on terms almost unheard of in infrastructure. A loan of 88,087 crore rupees, around $12 billion, from Japan's International Cooperation Agency at an interest rate of 0.1%, repayable over decades. For comparison, most large infrastructure borrowing carries rates several times higher. But the trains themselves have become their own story. The original plan was Japan's E5 series, the workhorse of the Tohoku line. After years of delays, that plan changed. Japan will now supply its next-generation E10 series Shinkansen in the early 2030s, which means when the line opens in 2027, the first trains running on it will not be Japanese at all. They will be Indian, a domestically built high-speed train developed by BEML and the Integral Coach Factory, running at 250 kilometers per hour until the faster Japanese train sets arrive. India ordered a Japanese bullet train and will open the line with an Indian one. The engineering along the route is genuinely difficult. The 508-kilometer corridor includes 27.4 kilometers of tunnels, 8 of them cut through mountains, 7 of those in Maharashtra alone. The centerpiece is a 21-kilometer underground stretch running from an underground station at Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex out to Shilpata. Around 7 kilometers of it passes directly beneath Thane Creek. An undersea tunnel, one of the most technically complex in Asia, bored through soft marine ground beneath open water while a dense city operates overhead. Elsewhere, the route runs largely on elevated viaduct, crossing rivers on structures like the Sabarmati Bridge. Building on viaduct keeps the alignment straight and level, which high-speed rail requires, and avoids severing roads and farmland below. None of this was the reason the project fell 6 years behind. The corridor required roughly 1,400 hectares of land, most of it privately owned by farmers across Gujarat and Maharashtra. A full year after the foundation stone was laid, India had acquired 0.9 hectares, not 900, not 90. Less than 1 hectare, roughly the size of a single football pitch out of 1,400, around 0.06%. Farmers along the route objected to the compensation offered and refused to sell. Cases went to court. The single most important input for a 508-kilometer railway simply was not available. The problem was worst in Maharashtra, where a comparatively short 156-kilometer stretch includes the most expensive and congested land on the route. And here, the delays were not only about farmers. Land the state government had committed to hand over did not arrive on schedule. In 2019, the tender for the underground terminus at Bandra Kurla complex had to be canceled because 4.88 hectares promised at the site were not transferred. The tender for the 21-kilometer tunnel was canceled over a missing parcel of 3.92 hectares. 95 hectares of forest land remained stuck in clearances even after compensatory payments had been made. This is the pattern that defines the project. Not a single engineering failure, a sequence of small land parcels, 4 hectares here, 3 hectares there, each capable of halting a contract worth thousands of crores. Every month of delay added cost. Steel prices rose, contractor rates rose, interest accrued. By the time the land was largely secured, the price of the project had nearly doubled. The original land problem was eventually solved. Acquisition stands above 98% in both Gujarat and Maharashtra, and complete in Dadra and Nagar Haveli. A major court challenge from a corporate landowner was dismissed by the Bombay High Court. With that cleared, construction accelerated dramatically. As of mid-2026, more than 330 kilometers of viaduct and over 400 kilometers of piers are complete. 17 of the 25 river bridges are built. 2 mountain tunnels in Maharashtra have broken through. Spending has crossed 86,900 crore rupees, with physical progress around 56% at the end of 2025. The hardest engineering is still ahead. Of the 21-kilometer underground section into Mumbai, only around 5 kilometers have been bored, and the land question has just returned in a new form. In 2020, the Acquisition Authority valued farmland in Gujarat's Baruk district at 50 rupees per square meter. This year, a compensation tribunal revalued the same land at 660 rupees, more than 13 times higher, turning one farmer's payout of 86 lakh rupees into 8.46 crore rupees. Around 85 similar appeals are pending. The project authority has told the Gujarat High Court that if this formula spreads across the corridor, the extra bill could reach 40,000 crore rupees, nearly $5 billion. The state's own top lawyer warned the court that a burden this size threatens the project itself. The first operational stretch, Surat to Bilamora, about 50 kilometers through the easiest terrain in Gujarat, is targeted for August 15, 2027, India's Independence Day. The full Mumbai to Ahmedabad line is projected for the end of 2029. India will get its bullet train. The trains are ordered. The viaducts are built. The tunnel is being bored. Within a few years, the 7-hour journey between Mumbai and Ahmedabad will take under 2. But the project's real lesson has nothing to do with trains. India can finance mega infrastructure. Japan lent it $12 billion at almost no interest. India can access the engineering, Shinkansen technology, tunnel boring machines, 60 years of Japanese operational experience. What India could not do quickly and still cannot do cheaply was assemble a strip of land 508 kilometers long across 2 states, parcel by parcel, from thousands of individual owners with the legal right to say no. 8 years after the foundation stone, that same land is still generating bills. More high-speed corridors are already being studied. Each one will need land. The first one is still finding out what that costs.